Namaste. Thank you for being here with me. We're going to do a little bit of movement to open up the shoulders and open up the neck, and then we're going to follow that with a brief meditation. So we're going to begin seated. This can be done in bed, this can be done in your favorite chair, on the floor, on a blanket, or on a cushion or a pillow. You decide what works best for you. And when you find that place, close your eyes and take a moment to feel. Feel your breath. Notice how the air moves in and out through the nose, through the mouth. If you can, try to at least take your inhalations through the nose. Exhale through the nose or through the mouth. If you're holding on and carrying a lot of tension and stress, then it's always a good idea to sigh the breath out through the mouth with a big sigh so that you can hear it. Inhale fully, fill up. And exhale, let the shoulders drop. Continue to breathe and let your hips soften right in the hip joints, deep within. The pelvic floor, relax, and the skin across the low back. With every inhalation, think of it as this opportunity to lengthen the spine, creating this space so that the energy in the body can flow through freely and you can breathe deeply and completely. So every breath in, growing taller, even if you're just imagining it, even if you just, in the mind's eye, think of your spine getting taller and taller with every breath out. And we want the chin parallel to the ground to begin. So we're not dropping the chin to the chest and not lifting the chin toward the sky, but finding a nice neutral place for the head and for the neck. Bring your awareness to your belly. Breathing in through the nose, you'll feel the belly expand outward. Breathing out, you'll feel the belly hugging in. So think of this as you're hugging your belly button toward the spine, and then a little bit upward too, until you empty every last bit of air. So breathing in, fill up, expand three-dimensionally around the rib cage as you fill the lungs. And breathing out, a gentle contraction in the abdomen as you exhale all the air. We'll take a few more mindful breaths before we start our movement so that we can drop into this moment and where we are at on a physical level in this moment, an energetic and emotional level. The more we find these moments to be still, the more we connect to our bodies, connecting the body and the mind. And when we have more of this body-mind connection, then we have more awareness so that we can remember to breathe in stressful situations, and so that we can listen to what our thoughts are telling us. We can listen to the signals that our body gives. And so breathe in, find that length in the spine. Breathe out, feel this downward energy of this softening, this melting, this surrendering, relaxing the hips, softening the low back. And sure, there is a little bit of muscular engagement here, and there needs to be so that we can hold ourselves in this seated position. But try to let go of what you don't need. Let the shoulder blades slide down the back. The Think about reaching through the crown of the head as you breathe in, the very top of the head, inhaling. And exhale. Let some tension go. Let go of any tightness in the shoulders as much as possible, just by bringing your awareness right to that space. The right shoulder, the left shoulder, the neck and the throat. Take one more breath in, followed by a breath out, relaxing the fingers and the legs. Now inhale this time, still thinking about growing taller. And on the breath out, take your right ear to your right shoulder. Let's just pause here. Let's just feel this. What changes with the sensation in your body as you breathe? Anything? Can you let your head be heavy here? Maybe this is painful. Maybe just a little bit uncomfortable. Whatever it is, observe it, feel it. And take your last breath out here through the mouth. And on an inhale, take your head back up. And as you exhale, take your left ear to your left shoulder. And see if you can continue to let the shoulders drop, the shoulder blades slide down the back. And then notice sensation here on the side. On the inhalation, does it almost feel as though your lungs are in the right side of the neck? Breathing out, letting go of any stagnant energy, stress, emotion, tension within the body. Eyes are soft. And on your next breath in, come back up. And then come back right over to the right side, right ear, right shoulder. Check in with your spine. Keep that softening across the low back. Just think about softening the skin there. Keep the belly sort of soft as you breathe. And if you're okay here, if you're already feeling this intensely, then you can just stay right here. However, if you'd like more than what you're getting right now, right hand comes to the top of the head. I like to go over toward the left side and start to let my arm get heavy. That right arm heavy. Now, what is the sensation like? If it's too intense, just let your arm maybe not be quite so heavy, or take the arm down altogether. Releasing tension from the neck, from the throat, from the very tops of the shoulders. Breathing out through the mouth a time or two. And for this last round of breath, take the left shoulder and just hug it down and back a little bit extra as you guide the head over to the right. One more breath in, fill up. Breathe out, find somewhere to soften. Carefully release the right hand back to the legs. So both hands are down, and then take the chin to the chest, roll the left ear to the left shoulder, and then continue back and forth a couple of times. Just this slow, maybe fluid movement. If it's not, if the neck feels rigid or if you feel stuck anywhere, simply be aware. Don't try to change too much. That will happen. And we'll bring our chin back to the chest and then look straight ahead. Full breath in, lengthen. Breathe out, soften the shoulders, left ear, left shoulder. Again, this side might be different than the other, but if you need more sensation, left hand comes up to the head. Get a good grip on your head if you're holding there. If this does not feel good, take that left arm back down. Listen to your breath. You might also want to focus on the sounds around you, regardless of how quiet things are where you are at, or how loud. We can use this as part of our practice. So instead of getting upset with noises that might be happening around you, then you can use it to challenge yourself, to still find the quiet within, and also to use it as a reminder of where you are at, right here, in this moment, with your breath. Breathe in. Breathe out, tops of the shoulders relax, hips relax, and now for this last round of breath, that left arm is heavy, and we're going to hug the right shoulder blade in toward the spine and slightly down to lengthen that right side of the neck. One more inhale. Exhale. Carefully release this left hand back down to the leg, chin to the chest. Take it a couple of times, side to side. If you feel comfortable doing so, you might want to take the head in a full circle. These full circles used to be an everyday part of my yoga practice. However, some days it just doesn't feel so good to go all the way around. You want to move slowly, inhaling on the way up and exhaling on the way down. But you really need to know your limits. You want to be careful with all of the little bones in the neck, and only go as far as you feel comfortable. And if you are doing these full circles, just switch the direction. Inhaling on the way up, exhaling on the way down. And then come back, chin to the chest. Lift your gaze. Take the arms, reach them up. On your exhale, take the right hand down, left arm, stretch it long over the ear. Keep the left sitting bone down and tip over to the right. You could always place a block or a pillow right underneath that right forearm, or you might even be down on the forearm. So just go as far as you feel comfortable and see if you can find this tug of war with the left fingertips and that left outer hip. So breathe and think about keeping that spine tall, even though you're tipping over. And as you exhale, reach to the left. If the neck is tired, you can look down, or you might want to look up and see if you can peek up underneath that left arm by drawing that left arm back a bit, and imagine lifting up through the heart, spiraling your heart up toward the sky. That might not feel good for you, and that's fine. So just, you can back out of it if you need to, or again, look down or straight ahead with the head tilted. Soften the eyes, soften the eyebrows. One last inhale, reaching through the left fingertips. Stay right here for the breath out. Soften just below the outer right ribs. Inhale, reach up. Look up, lift the heart. On the exhale, this left hand comes down, and now we're tipping over to the other side, right over to the left. You might feel a little bit achy. That's perfectly normal and natural. Soften the hips, breathing through the discomfort. right seat stays anchored down. Left arm or right arm reaches longer and longer. Even the spine grows taller with every breath in. And as you breathe out, surrendering, softening right into that left side body. Feel the right side body waking up. And if you're looking up, try to look up underneath that right arm. So drawing that arm back, hugging the shoulder blade onto the back ribs as you stretch along through the right fingertips. If the neck is working quite a bit here, just take a break, look down, and then glance back up. Last inhale. One of your slowest exhalations yet. Reach, breathe out. On the inhale, come back up, stretch up. And as you breathe out, spin the palms away. Lower the arms down. Start to roll the shoulders, these big exaggerated rolls. You can almost even move into these cat-cow movements of spinal extension and flexion, where you're curving the spine back and then pressing the heart forward. And go in the opposite direction, rounding back, even tucking the chin. These can be as exaggerated as you want them to be. You might want to take smaller circles. If you're in a lot of pain, then we need to listen to the body. You are your best teacher. Take just a few more. And let the shoulders drop, come back. Come back to where you started. Sit up tall, breathe in. Sigh this breath out through the mouth. Soften the hips. Relax the jaw. You can keep your eyes closed or keep them open. We'll inhale, reach the arms. On your exhale, twist to the right. Stay right here. Find something to hold on to back behind you. I have a bolster back here, so I'm hanging on to that with my right hand. My left hand is on my right leg. And with every inhale, I'm again going to use that as an opportunity to create more length in my spine. And as I breathe out, my hips stay right where they are, but I start to rotate as I exhale from just below the ribs. Empty all the air. I inhale, guide my energy upward, lengthen. And on the exhale, think about pulling the right ribs back, pushing the left ribs to the right. Squeeze all the air out. Full breath in, find softness. Find ease as you exhale, spinning the heart further to the right. And we'll take just a few more. This time, maybe the chin reaches toward the right shoulder. Last one, breathe in. Exhale, face is soft, breathe out. Stay here for the entire exhalation. On an inhale, just come forward without reaching the arms. Breathe, relax. Find that softening in the hip creases, in the belly, fingers, long neck, long spine, soft eyebrows. Full breath in. Guide the breath back out, hugging your belly button toward the spine and up toward the ribs. We'll do the other side. Full breath in, reach up. On the exhale, rotate to the left. We had about 6 rounds of breath on the other side, so think about that same order of twisting. The inhalations to create space. We twist on the exhalations, starting from the bottom to the top. Try to find a little bit of ease as you sit here. Notice how that tension creeps back in around the hips and around the belly, or wherever you may be holding on to your tension. That's where I hold mine. And so we soften the pelvic floor, breathing, rotating with every breath out. Eventually, the chin starts to reach toward the left shoulder. Last exhalation, squeeze every last drop of air out, every bit of it. And on your inhale, come back to center. Breathe out. Take a full breath in, reach the arms. Bring the palms to touch, look up toward the thumbs, and then bring the hands down to your heart. 2 more times. Inhale, reach out, big circles. Reach up, touch the palms, draw the hands down to the heart, bow to yourself. 1 more. Full breath in, gathering up all the inspiration you need. And on the exhale, bring it all back to your heart. All right, eagle arms. We'll take the arms and reach them straight up. If possible, right arm, wind it underneath the left, and then bring the palms together. So if this is not an option for you, you would try backs of the hands together. If that's not an option, you can go palm to palm, forearms together, or what feels better. If you want to give yourself a big hug, just like that, really holding tightly, you can even bring the fingers down a little bit or keep them right up on the shoulders. So if you're here, right elbow underneath the left, or just hugging yourself, or finding something in the middle there, and start to move. This is one of my favorite things to do in the classes that I lead. Feels so nice to get the spine moving laterally, side to side. You're making a lot of space between the shoulder blades. I like to even get the head involved and kind of roll forward and drop the head a little side to side, or maybe take the elbows up. But you play around with it, you explore. We'll take about 5 more cycles of breath. Eyes are soft. Relax the jaw. Sigh a breath out. Take 1 more round of breath. Empty every last bit of air. And make your way back. Unwind, inhale, reach up. On the exhale, left elbow underneath. So if you're hugging yourself, just opposite arm underneath. If you had the right arm underneath last time, left arm underneath, or forearms together, or you can wind with the backs of the hands together, or palms together. And of course, moving and breathing. Not being afraid to travel outside of the box a little bit and try something new, maybe even just pause. Notice sensation in the body. Where are you feeling it most intensely? And is it a good sensation? Does it feel good in your body? Softening the lips, eyes, and cheeks. 2 more rounds of breath. Slow the breath down as much as you can. And on your next breath in, come back up, arms reach. On the exhale, spin the palms away, lower the arms. Couple of rolls of the shoulders, or you can just hug the shoulders up toward the ears and then push them down and back. If you need any more movement here, you can take a few seated cat-cows. Possibly even stretching the legs out wide, tipping a little bit side to side to wake up the inner legs and the backs of the legs. So just a couple of more movements in this short practice, moving intuitively and organically. What feels good in your body? Make that connection. Make those observations. Your body will give you very clear signals and communicate with you to let you know what it needs. We just have to be willing to listen and taking the time out of our days to make those connections, to invest within yourself, in this body, breath by breath. So just take another few rounds of breath. If you're good with the movement for right now, you can just come into a comfortable seat. I'm going to sit up on this bolster. I have found that when I sit up right at the edge of a blanket or a bolster, that it just frees up space right in the thoracic cavity so that my lungs can expand fully. That 3-dimensional movement with every breath in and out. Wherever you are, drop down through the sitting bones. And let the inhalation lift you, lift your heart. Allow the exhalation to release the shoulders down and to help you to settle and to ground. Keep the jaw relaxed. Keep the eyes really soft. And let's keep the attention on the eyes. Continue to breathe in and out through the nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth, depending on what feels best for you. But let the awareness settle in and around the eyes. With the eyes closed, move the eyes from side to side, up and down and all around. And notice how that feels as the eyeballs move around beneath the eyelids. That's making a connection. When you feel those sensations, you're aware, you're in this moment. Soften the hips, keep breathing. And now stop moving the eyes if you're still moving them. And let the muscles in and all around the eyes relax, totally and completely. Every breath in, becoming more spacious, more aware, more connected. And with every breath out, you're lighter, you're softer, and more grounded. Soften just above the eyes, right at the eyebrows, between the eyebrows. Let the lips part slightly. reaching through the crown of the head gently. Lips are soft. And then the outer corners of the eyes, just let your awareness pause there for a moment. Let it settle right there. Outer corners of each eye. And relax. Inner corners of each eye, close to the nose. I'm softening the nose, the nasal passageway, the neck and the throat. Feel the belly expand as you breathe in. Empty all the air, softening the hips, tops of the shoulders, temples. And now see if you can hear or sense your ears hearing the sounds around you. Observe how that feels to be aware of your ears hearing, listening. Breathing in fully, fill up. Breathe out through the mouth as you observe your ears hearing. Hear your breath. And at the same time, feel the breath. The sensations that the breath creates, the movement that that breath creates. Feel the cheeks drop, forehead, the skin on the neck. Give yourself permission to be here. Be right here. It's okay. The laundry can wait. The dishes can wait. Even possibly in this moment, our children can wait so that we can step back in better, more grounded, more present. We need to do things like this for ourselves so that we can be better and so that our giving of ourselves can be more complete. Don't be afraid to take this time. Everyone will benefit. Your partner, your children, your animals. Breathe in, listening to your breath. Exhaling, feel the warmth of that breath as you continue to settle and slow. Inhale, exhale. Observe the rhythm of your breath. Stay tall. Stay soft wherever you can. We let our thoughts come and go, in and out. You can think of them as a cloud on a windy day. You're standing there grounded, feet in the grass, looking up at the sky and watching these clouds pass on by. And anytime a thought arises, you can use that same visualization. Observe it, acknowledge it, and then let it go. Sometimes you make it just a moment, a half of a second of quiet before a thought comes back in. But all you have to do is just continue to observe, acknowledge, let them go. There is no need to follow any thoughts. Let them pass on by. If you have more time, stay, relax, be mindful as you sit in this meditation. However, if you really need to get back, then you can start to wiggle your fingers around. Feel your seat on the blanket, pillow, or the surface, whatever that is beneath you. Breathe in, fill up, stretch into the lungs. Sigh the breath out, let your shoulders drop. Take your hands together in front of your heart and bow to yourself. For a moment, be full of gratitude. Be full, knowing that you took the time to be here, to breathe, to listen, and to connect with yourself, with your higher self. Relax the jaw. May you move through the day with more ease, inspiration, groundedness, and awareness. The divine light within me honors and bows to the divine light within you. Namaste.